We're looking at how the public unwittingly interferes with emergency workers.
It's an important thing. Yesterday we saw ambulances delayed from getting to patients because of drivers blocking the road and their way. Firefighters face that same problem, especially all volunteer fire departments. WTWO's Patrick Fazio reports on that.
When you're driving a fire truck with lights and sirens on, people, see you coming, they think, well, I'll just keep going because I can get in front of them and that way I won't have to wait.
Local firefighters are frustrated with drivers breaking the law by refusing to pull over for fire trucks. It's more frustrating for volunteer firefighters going to an emergency in their personal vehicles.
Blue light is just a courtesy light. There's no law that says anybody has to get out of our way because we have a blue light and we're coming up behind you.
Volunteer fire departments would appreciate it if drivers pull over for their volunteers so they can save minutes getting to the scene.
After I got the blue light and started running it, I realized a whole lot of people really don't pay that much attention to them.
When volunteers are driving with their blue lights on, they're not always going right to the emergency. Sometimes they have to come here to the fire station first, which can delay them even more.
When you think of how a volunteer department works, when someone calls 911, we get alerted to the fact there's an emergency. We have to get to the firehouse to get a fire truck before we go to the scene.
When volunteers get paged about an emergency, they might be miles away, meaning more cars to delay them.
You're supposed to have at least 5 people on a scene before you can make entry into a structure. So if somebody's trapped in the house, you're looking, somebody getting the fire truck and 4 other people there just to go in initially.
That's why firefighters flashing blue lights wish drivers would give them the courtesy of letting them pass.
People need to realize that we're not just back there flashing our lights at them for no reason. If it would be very nice if they would just pull over and flag us by.
That would only cost drivers seconds, but save firefighters minutes getting to an emergency. With videographer Mike Barnett, Patrick Fazio, WTWO.
Firefighters can lose their jobs for flashing blue lights if they are not going to an emergency because that's against the law. Tomorrow at 6, we'll show you why law enforcement needs you to consider something else